Highlanders Forward is more than a rallying cry. It's a way of being. At Gordon State College, Highlanders move towards a bright future with an affordable, high-quality education that sets them up for lifelong success. Our students pursue their passions through nearly 30 exceptional degree programs that lead to exciting careers across the globe. They work towards academic excellence in challenging courses taught by exceptional faculty who support them along the way. They evolve as global citizens through study abroad programs, career-focused internships, and meaningful research and service initiatives that connect them to the world they live in. As graduates, Highlanders move confidently into their futures after earning valuable degrees at a fraction of the cost elsewhere. Gordon State College is the place where forward thinkers launch their dreams and shape better lives for themselves and their families. Start the journey to your future at Gordon State College. Apply today. Campus life at Gordon State College is all about moving forward together. With a vibrant student community and hundreds of organized activities, there's no limit to how much you can get involved. At our Student Activity and Recreation Center, meet up with friends to play video games, start a workout regimen, and even host a movie night. Join an intercollegiate or club sports program like baseball, basketball, volleyball, or golf. Break a sweat with your favorite intramural sport, fitness squad, or one-on-one match. Or grab a group of friends and cheer on your Highlanders from the stands. Beyond academics, Highlander Nation is a place to connect with one another and build lifelong friendships. Get involved with a student organization or a club that aligns with your passions. Students can connect with our community through theater productions, service projects, or speaker series. Whether you live on campus or off, students can enjoy it all. Learn more about getting involved in Gordon State College campus life. Visit the Student Life Office today.
check 1, 2.
All right, I think we got it figured out. Sorry about that, folks. A little bit of technical difficulties. But we are back, and we are here for Gordon State versus the USC Sumter Fire Ants. Eric Evanson here with you alongside Chad Feldman. And already picking up action, of course, in the middle of it. As USC Sumter blitzing through the back line of Gordon State. But right there is Rebecca Tanner, and she'll grab that one. And she'll opt to boot it up, trying to get this to midfield, and she will.
If you're just joining us, you haven't missed anything. Just about 6 minutes of Eric and I frantically unplugging and plugging in everything in front of us, but no score.
Good run here by Jones, and she takes a huge collision in the box. There is going to be a stoppage here by the official. Jones slow to get up. And, yeah, we're going to get the trainer out here. Jones came into today nursing a knee, and that big collision up front. And that's the exact knee that she's feeling right now. She's got a brace on it.
If you just tuned in earlier in our what we thought was our pregame show here today, we were discussing Gordon's last match that was here on Tuesday, a 2-1 defeat to GMC, a game that was 2-0. And the Highlanders were able to come back and score a goal almost as time expired to avoid the shutout, but a loss to the Bulldogs on Tuesday sets our record right now at 1-1 on the season. 1-1 in conference play today, a non-conference game. First time, Eric, I think I've ever broadcast a game with a team mascot of the Fire Ants. How about you?
Yeah, don't think I've heard of the Fire Ants before necessarily, but it's certainly a different mascot. Absolutely. I've never heard of a Fire Ant.
I'm allergic to fire ants, if that means anything.
Are you now?
Yeah, back when I was about 5 years old, I stepped knee-deep in a fire ant bed, and that didn't go over too well. So
I feel like that would, regardless if you're allergic or not, that would kind of hurt you. But welcome back inside the booth, everybody. While there is injury on the field right now, of course, we'll update you as that continues. But Ashlyn Jones, a huge takedown in the box, and, again, she came in nursing a right knee. But, again, we want to welcome you into today's broadcast between the USC Sumter Fire Ants and Gordon State College. Mentioned before, 1-1 on the year are the Highlanders coming in off of a tough one at GMC. And, Chad, we talked about it a little bit in the pregame, or mostly we tried to. It's just going to be about finishing today for the Highlanders.
We talked about it for sure.
Oh, I mean, we definitely
really
spoke. I don't know if anyone heard us.
Just somehow we had a glitch in our audio and nobody heard us. But, 1-1 on the season. And, here we are today, non-conference game, and a game that we all thought today wasn't even going to happen because the forecast all week was calling for, 2 inches of rain here on Saturday, and now we got umbrellas out in the crowd, but not for rain because we're drenched in sunshine right now. So it's turned out to be a really nice day here at Gordon State College, and again, our second broadcast of the season, our second home game. And hopefully this game can end up a lot more like our first game against Andrew College, where the Highlanders opened the season a week ago with a 10-0 victory.
Absolutely. There's a little bit of good fortune already as Ashlyn Jones is up on her own power and walking off the pitch. You do like to see that.
Waiting on the official to give us the sign to resume and get this thing going back again. We're just underway, less than 10 minutes into the contest. USC Sumter, an affiliate program out of the University of South Carolina. Here with us today, they're the team in black. Highlanders are the team in white. And I believe Gordon's about to get an opportunity right here, Eric, to get one early.
So it was Ashlyn Jones had already gotten past the defense, and it was just a dirty slide tackle. Obviously not on purpose, not in the slightest, but it was a tackle that is worth penalty, and already Gordon's going to get a very good opportunity.
Yeah, we're going to be right here outside the box with a really good look to get on the board early in this contest.
And it's going to be that's going to be Fillingham. Georgia Fillingham, number 8. Getting ready to take this one for Gordon.
Wait to see if we can get Eric's goal call here today.
I would like to hear that.
I think you got it in you, man. Just waiting on the official to reset his clock. Give us the sign to wind it, and here we go.
Setting up against keeper Haley Harry for USC. Looking to strike early. Fillingham sets it up, boot set, and it's well too tall. And Harry will just watch it soar over her head, so we'll have to wait on that first goal call, Chad. But overall, a decent look for the Highlanders before Ashlyn Jones did take it to the bench. She was able to get past that back line of the USC defense, showing off a lot of speed, and that's exactly what this Highlander squad shows. It's a lot of speed up front.
Yeah, we had a lot of that in our last game here against GMC on Tuesday, and again, that first half, we had multiple opportunities to get one on the board and actually hit one off the goal, the crossbar there on the left side, and just could not find a way to pound one in that first half.
Over. Trying to wrestle this one is Lanier, and she won't be able to get it through. Sorry to cut you off there, Chad. Good shot by Tressler, it looks like, to keep that in front of her, and she'll get it over to Fillingham. Deep in the corner here as the USC defense swarms over it. It appears to be Miranda Becerra in the corner. It'll be a throw in here for the Fire Ants.
Still got to get used to that Fire Ant.
It's so odd. I just don't get it. Fire Ants. Why do you go with the ants?
Been around a lot of high school nicknames, like the K-Rose Syrup Makers in South Georgia. Or down in Savannah, Georgia, they've got the Savannah Atom Smashers.
Oh, that's
some pretty unique team names. But
one.
Again, this is my first time ever in over 20 years of broadcasting calling a game for the Fire Ants. But it's pretty cool, man. I like it. I bet they should have a great merchandise department. I know that. There should be stuff all over USC Sumter promoting Fire Ants.
Boatwright boots this one well back, but a good job by Zipporah Chile and the rest of the Gordon defense as they're going to get on top of that one. On the clear attempt there was number 21 for Gordon, Carissa Thompson. It'll be put out, and it should be a throw-in for the Highlanders.
Something tells me, though, that Orkin or the Raid Company are not great corporate foundation partners for USC Sumter.
Wouldn't it be great if they were?
I mean, I don't know, man.
It's going to be a throw-in here for Sumter. It's going to be taken here by number 12, Abigail Chavez Ramirez. Boatwright to Chavez Ramirez. Spins on the line. It'll be poked out by Park. And this is going to go the way of the Highlander. Tatiana McCoy gets it into Jessie Jeffcoat, trying to get it past that midfield defense here for Sumter, but it's going to be taken away from her. And playing off the shoulder here, Bixler for Sumter, taking that away. And now Gordon State getting played deep into their own corner. And Tanner will just take this one herself.
Tanner, a former Pike County Pirate.
Got a lot of those.
Yeah, 5 former Pirates from Pike County High School on this Highlander soccer team, and I believe 3 from last year's state championship soccer team for Pike County High School.
An excellent takedown by Thompson in the back, and McCoy able to get herself some decent position here for a throw-in. It's going to be Thompson, who just one hop bounces into Olivia Park, one of those aforementioned Pirates. McCoy in the corner. Tatiana McCoy trying to get it loose. Was there a touch on that one before it went out? I believe there was. So it's going to be the first corner attempt here for the Highlanders, and Olivia Park looks like she's going to take it. So Park, get ready to set up in the corner. Park raises the hands, puts the boot forward. It's high. It's off ahead of a Fire Ant as it'll find its way back to that offense. Now looking to steal this one away is Auckland. Auckland in a foot race here with Jeffcoat. Good foot there by Auckland to try to keep it in, but the brakes were slammed on a little bit too rough, and the ball does cross that plane, and it'll be a throw in here for Gordon State.
Want to invite everybody who's tuned into the broadcast here with us today. Drop us a comment here on our YouTube channel. Eric and I are watching the live feed. We can see your comments. We can read your comments, and we would love to know where you are tuned in from here today. Again, as we are just underway in the first half, no score. USC Sumter and Gordon State here on a hot Saturday afternoon in Barnesville, Georgia.
Yeah, and this tent's starting to work against us here, Chad. It's starting to feel like it's an oven.
Well, it's a good thing we at least got something over our head.
That's true. McCoy trying to win the foot race with Boatwright. I think Boatwright was able to punch this one to Harry, And it's going to be a kick for the keeper. So McCoy got the final touch on that one. And again, Haley Harry, the freshman in net for the Fire Ants. And you got to give it to Gordon. They've had fantastic position this entire first half. They've been playing with an opportunity to put the ball in the back of the net. They have not found themselves in their own territory much often. And, man, that's going to be a foul called against Park. That's a tough foul by the official in the midfield, but just laying down the groundwork of how he's going to officiate his game today.
Having a chance to talk to the officiating crew when they came in today. We've got 2 Justins and 1 Vanessa.
Interesting.
Can you take a chance on which one Vanessa is?
Is it
I
one in
think
the
you can
middle?
do it, Eric. I
One
think
in
you
the
can do
middle?
it.
Oh,
Hey.
maybe our far right judge, our far on side judge. Perhaps. It'll be Tia Boatwright lining up in the back, just a couple feet shy of the midfield line where that foul took place. Boatwright able to put a good boot on this one, get some air underneath it. I believe it might roll out here.
Taking a look at the conference schedule right now, according to the GCAA, this is the only conference game, or the only team in our conference who is in action today. That is our Highlanders from Gordon State College. So one lone game from the GCAA here today.
So eyes on Barnesville, Georgia. Looks to be Tressler on that side, trying to contend with Boatwright, who's been playing that is not Tressler. That is Fillingham on that left side, and now the net left unoccupied for a moment. There's a boot, and it's off the crossbar. Corner shot attempt by Fillingham. Frustrated with herself, she pounds the palm, but a good shot by Gordon State as they were able to draw Harry out of the goal, and there was a little bit of confusion in the box as they were able to clear it momentarily. But the Highlanders able to put one off the bar and still threatening. Tatiana McCoy puts it in the air, and it's a little bit too high for Fillingham. Tried for that cross to see if Fillingham could put a head on that one perhaps, but it goes deep into the corner.
Second straight game, Eric. One off the crossbar here in the first half. That one.
Just finding that
Man.
touch. That's what it's about.
This is also the second game of the year here today for USC Sumter. They are 0-1, one tie this season. They tied Central Georgia Tech. That was back last Saturday, September 23rd. They were supposed to be in action this Wednesday, taking on Cape Fear Community College, but that game was postponed. So second game of the year for the team in black, USC Sumter. Third game of the year for the Highlanders in white.
Abigail Chavez Ramirez hits that one out, so it's going to be a corner kick here. We got Miss Tanya Trumbull, the mother of Tia Boatwright, watching from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
I'm a little jealous. Actually, I'm a lot jealous. Myrtle Beach sounds like a good spot to be in right now.
So we're going to have a second corner here. Everybody's still setting up the box. Olivia Park going to take her second shot of the day from that right side corner, near side to us here in the booth. Was a little long with her shot last time. Let's see if she tries to put a little bit more air underneath this. It does have a little bit more air. Reaching up as Harry, she falls to the ground. Now it's a wrestle for the box, and Harry, a fantastic job to get back on her feet and collapse on the ball. An excellent shot by Gordon trying to capitalize on that one, but an even better play by the lady in net.
Try to sneak that one right between her, but it wasn't happening there for the goalie, Haley Harry, the freshman for the Fire Ants.
This one rolling past. Moving on this one quickly is Lebeth Ramirez, and she gets taken down by the attacker, but a fantastic job by her teammate to give her some clearance. That aforementioned teammate, that's Elizabeth Cuviello, excuse me.
Don't get it wrong, Eric.
I threw an R in there. That's
They
my
know
fault.
us now.
They know us.
Eric and I had a chance to chat with our Highlanders pregame today and had them all circled up, basically taking like a roll call.
Oh, a tough shot. Fillingham able to block it up. Harry's out of net. Fillingham's going for it. She takes the shot. Is deposited in the bottom right. Gordon up 1-0 off a fantastic play by Fillingham, able to win the foot race. Harry came out of net a long ways and left it exposed. A mistake by the freshman allows Gordon State to take a 1-0 lead.
Finally, we got one to go through.
Like
It
that.
just feels like
And
a
it
big
was
sigh of relief.
And it was one that didn't require the max effort that the ladies usually put into that powerful kick. It was one that just kind of burnt the ground as it found its way to the bottom right.
So there's
corner
the goal
pocket
by number 8, Georgia Fillingham, the former Pike County Pirate, getting us on the board here, making it a 1-0 ball game.
Gonna have a substitution here for the Fire Ants. Coming in here is Mariela Hernandez, and Tia Boatwright is gonna have a seat on the bench.
Eric, we got another viewer. Erica Brown's tuned in from North Carolina, watching her niece Zipporah Chile today.
All right.
Thank you, Erica.
So we got some Highlander viewers too.
Glad to have all of you. Hey, the biggest thing you can do for all of us is just share. Let everybody know we're live, we're here, and the plan is to be here for the Highlanders home games this season for the soccer team. So we're glad to have everybody on board. And again, from Myrtle Beach to North Carolina,
And
glad to have everybody with us.
we have the audio working smoothly every game.
Yes. Never fails. You get here 4 hours before the game
Always
starts.
something.
And as soon as you go on, you test everything. You do 100 walkthroughs. Everything looks great, sounds great, whistle blows, and this isn't working.
McCoy able to move up the right side, and that sets up a perfect shot and a perfect deflection by Harry. Macy Lauren Lanier was set up one-on-one with the USC keeper. It was a true one-on-one contest and just put that boot trying to get it over the top of the tall lady in net, but too tall.
Yeah, Macy Lauren Lanier out of Lamar County High School. Eric knows a thing or two about Lamar County High School, his alma mater.
Great soccer program there. Great ladies and men's soccer program at Lamar County High.
Eric, that's already the 5th shot on goal here for the Highlanders in the first half.
Gordon's done a fantastic job at keeping the ball on this side of the line, keeping it in USC territory. They haven't had to do too much defending, and when they do, they're able to get on that quickly. And it's more of a 2-on-1 attacker scenario where we have 2 defenders on 1 attacker for USC, and they're able to flush that ball very, very fast. So it's keeping the defensive legs fresh. We saw last game, Zipporah Chile was such a crucial part of that defense, and she was involved in nearly every single play. Now she's getting a chance to survey the field a little bit better.
So far, no shots on goal for Sumter. And again, the Highlanders in great position here to maybe try another one as Lanier's got it.
Macy Lauren Lanier to Kara Bishop. Now through ball, trying to find Fillingham. Harry's out of net, and Fillingham is going to make her pay once again. Second goal of the game for Georgia Fillingham. You can hand the assist to Kara Bishop.
And she went left-footed on that. I don't know if you happen to see it or not, but she was going all the way down and crossed up with her left foot and just snuck it in the right side of the net. Second goal already. It's 2-0 Highlanders as once again Georgia Fillingham. Not 1, but 2.
And they were both relatively easy goals where she just overmatched the defense. Again, we talked about how fast this Highlander squad is, and they're utilizing that speed to their full advantage right now. Tia Boatwright's going to come back into the game in place of Maggie Johnston. So Boatwright in, Johnston out. And speaking of Boatwright, she gets the ball here on a pass from Auckland. Auckland and Boatwright passing back and forth. We've seen Boatwright try to deposit and kickstart the offense multiple times. It looks like she's going to do the same here. This went over the head of Highlander defense, and it's a race to the corner. Tanner has to stand back next to her post. Chile goes down to a knee trying to block that up. Did she keep it in front of her enough to deflect? She did, but it will cost the Highlanders a corner and the first true opportunity for USC Sumter.
Trying to get a number here on that far end of the field here for the Fire Ants. Looks like that's going to be number 20,
Number
Eric.
20.
And that
Don't believe we have that listed.
Let's see. Number 20 is not on the roster. So, folks,
We had a jersey swap
Yep.
before the game, it looks like. So it is number 20 in the corner taking the kick here for the Fire Ants. She raises the right hand, moving in as Auckland for the short way, but she's going to go for the boot, and it's going to be well behind the net, and Tanner's going to go collect that one.
Well, we have a moment. Let's tell you about the standings right now for the GCAA. Again, into our first week of the season for women's soccer. South Georgia currently sitting at 2-0. Georgia Military 2-1 on the season. The Highlanders are sitting at 1-1. Central Georgia Tech is, according to our notes, still looking to play Or excuse me, no, they're 1-0-1.
There it
Sorry
is.
about that. There's their 2 games. Okay, so they're 1-0-1. Oxford is 0-1, and Andrew College is 0-2. So I'm taking it by that GMC went up to Oxford and won their 2nd game of the season last night.
Chile able to get that one off her own foot and get it back out. Good block here by the Fire Ants attacker. Park able to shovel that one out, though. And a good job here by Lanier to take it across midfield. Here goes Tatiana McCoy. McCoy running her way through, and she will get stopped by a defender. That ball will roll out, and McCoy will get a chance for a throw in here. McCoy finds Bishop. Tia Boatwright, though, able to steal it away from the Gordon State sophomore. Jeffcoat. Now over to Lisbeth Ramirez. We saw her come off the bench in game number 1 here at Gordon State. As it here in Barnesville. She gets the starting nod today. This one, high boot. Abigail Chavez Ramirez. Park steals it away. 2-on-1. She's able to get it. Fillingham now has the ball. Macy Lauren Lanier's motioning. Now she wants it. She's going deep in the corner. Lauren Lanier takes a shot, and it's just off the side of the net. A good job to wheel back on the left foot. And with the momentum going the opposite way, drill a good-looking shot, just a little bit too right.
That's already the 2nd shot today by Macy Lauren Lanier. Had one blocked about 5 or 6 minutes ago, so she's on the hunt to get her first goal of the game as well. Already 2 in the game today for Georgia Fillingham.
Looks like we got a swap at midfield here. Coming off for Gordon is going to be Olivia Park, and Sydney Fluellen is going to come on in. So USC ball. This one played up well, but not well enough as McCoy, using fancy footwork, dices her way through Chavez Ramirez, and now the other side. Fillingham off a header. Now has to run to collect this one as it rolls towards that line. And Fillingham's not going to be able to get there in time. It's going to be another keeper kick. Boatwright moves up the middle. Kara Bishop, though, intercepts that one. Gets it to Macy Lauren Lanier. Lanier trying to contain it. She's got 2 on her. Got to get this ball loose. Get it to somebody free. She's going to find Fluellen. Fluellen trying to foot it over to Fillingham. Fillingham now taking over. And we'll get stopped there momentarily by the defense. The official blows the whistle. And we'll have a stoppage here. It's going to be another penalty against USC. And it's going to be an opportunity for a free kick and a set piece here for Gordon State.
Eric, taking a look at our Highlanders soccer schedule here. According to the breakdown I have, we're going to be back on Friday. Well, at least the ladies will be. They are scheduled to take on Southern Crescent Technical College. Another conference game here this coming Friday at 7 p.m. right back here in Barnesville.
Looks like it's going to be Kara Bishop taking this one. She puts it over everyone's head and past Harry on the left post. It'll be a keeper kick.
Again, if you missed our coverage in game number 1, Kara Bishop, full-time nursing student, softball player, and soccer player here for the Highlanders.
And we will be hearing from her in our halftime interview.
Is that right? Today?
That's
okay.
Right.
Nice to know. Coming up at halftime today, we'll be joined by Kara Bishop. That's coming up in about 18 minutes or so.
So it's going to be Haley Harry taking it here. And a strong boot. Chile on the other end of it, though. Trying to move that offense forward. The Sumter midfield is. But a good job by the Gordon defense to take it themselves. And a good run here by Cuviello. Cuviello gets it all the way up the line. And it's going to end in a Fire Ant throw-in. But either way, Cuviello comes all the way from the back line, pushes it forward, and just completely stalls the momentum of the Fire Ants.
Finally got a little shade and breeze out here today.
I'm sure you can hear it, yeah.
Feels great out here in Barnesville. Again, just happy to have a dry day because when Eric and I were here Tuesday, we were both talking like, so what's Saturday going to look like? We should have been meteorologists. I mean, you can be 50% right, 50% wrong, and keep your job for 50 years.
Hey, that's right. Very true.
Any other category or job profession in the world, if you're 50-50, you're probably 100% fired.
Boot there by Boatwright. It's going to disappear deep in the corner. Just letting it roll all the way out is Carissa Thompson. Again, if you want to check in where you're watching from, who you're watching for, we are watching that YouTube live chat. Love to have you. Love to have the interaction.
You just mentioned Carissa Thompson, who's got the ball now. She's a former Griffin student.
I knew a Carissa Thompson, but she went to Lamar County High School. That went off the foot of McCoy, and it'll roll off, and that should be a fire ant ball, and you will be.
8 shots on goal so far for the Highlanders. No real shot on goal yet for the Fire Ants, other than that corner kick a few moments ago.
That was the closest they had.
That's it. 2 goals in the first half. Georgia Fillingham has them both. A couple of good looks also by Macy Lauren Lanier, but just hasn't been able to connect one yet.
That left side of the pitch has been quite formidable for Gordon State. They haven't been able to get anything up the middle yet, and Tatiana McCoy has not necessarily opened up a shot for herself on the right side. She's more of trying to feed that middle, or at least feed Fillingham on the far side. Ramirez able to keep it in front of her, and that ball will find its way to Fluellen. Fluellen putting it through. And a race for this one's going to be won by USC Sumter as they'll just watch it roll out. It'll be another opportunity for Harry to have it.
Speaking of USC Sumter, of course, they're here today with us taking on Gordon State. They're going to be back in action on Wednesday. They will be taking on Richard Bland College.
Where's that at?
Let's do some Google research
Richard
right here.
Bland College.
I'll do the work. You watch
I can't
the game.
imagine
I figured you would know.
Exciting happens at Richard Bland College.
Watch it be like the #1 party JUCO school in the country. It's in Petersburg, Virginia. There you go. Nothing says party like Petersburg, Virginia. So that is where USC Sumter will be heading on Wednesday.
Boatwright getting it over, and a big shot there by Bishop. She crashed in, but Harry, what a fantastic reaction by the freshman keeper as she was. I mean, if that were me, you're caught completely on the back of your feet. You had 2 defenders on that ball, and all of a sudden Bishop, who's a midfielder, comes in to crash that one. A fantastic save.
Look, I know Gordon already has 2 goals on the scoreboard, but got to give it up for Harry. I mean, she has made 4 or 5 really good blocks early on in this first half.
Yes, she has. And that one might have been her best yet.
Yeah, no doubt. Bishop absolutely unloaded on that one.
McCoy finding her way through. McCoy looking to go to the middle where Fillingham is. And that shot ricochets off of a fire ant. We're going to have a foul. I think that's a handball call. Yes, it will be. It's a handball on Fillingham. That's what it hit. It hit off of her foot, I believe, back onto her hand.
Did you ever play the game of handball?
The game of handball?
Yeah, it's an Olympic sport.
No, I have not.
Really? It's like soccer, but you use your hands instead of your feet. You've never played, really? All right, Eric. Well, you got to check out some handball. It's pretty fun. It's almost like hockey or rugby meets soccer meets football. It's pretty fun. Very intense.
It's like 3 different sports?
Yeah.
Bishop looking for someone in the middle. There's McCoy. McCoy plays it off her hip. She's got multiple defenders on her. Goes up against Boatwright, and Macy Lauren Lanier again tries a shot, but that one just a little bit more straight than at an angle, and it'll be out. And another shot for Harry.
One of the cool things about handball, Eric, is you can actually dive. It's a very, very small. It's almost played like on a basketball court. So it's a very small playing surface, but you can dive almost into the net. It's got like an area in front of the goal, like a hockey goalie has, the little blue area in front of the goal. And you can actually dive into it like Superman and try to throw the ball in the back of the net.
Seems like
it's the weirdest thing, man. You got to YouTube it. Come on, Eric. I thought you knew all sports.
Nah, not handball. Tatiana McCoy went down after that last play. She's still feeling it a little bit, but she is walking around. Got some subs on the sideline for Gordon State getting their legs ready. Sumter on the far side. Jeffcoat collides and is able to push that one out. It won't stall the momentum for long as the Fire Ants get that one right back off the throw-in. Sheely able to boot it back up. Sydney Fluellen on the collision, going for it again. Kara Bishop in the midfield will run past Fluellen. Fluellen back pass back to Ramirez. Ramirez unable to keep it in front of her, opening the door for the Fire Ants, but the speed of Elizabeth Ramirez pushes forward. Filling him to the middle. Bishop overtaken here, and that ball is going to be stolen away once again by Auckland. Auckland in the midfield for USC Sumter hasn't had a lot of playing time in the middle, at least in this game, but she's finding it here. And here, just a more physical presence happening for USC. They're going after that ball a lot more, and they're trying to put the brakes on the Highlanders by quick stopping. Just planting the foot on the ball. Harry's going to come out of net again this time. The gamble pays off, and she's able to beat the foot race with Boatwright and Lauren. She'll wrap that one up in her arms.
So far this season, for the Fire Ants, just one goal. That was in that 1-1 tie. And that one goal came off the foot of number 28, Miranda Becerra. So she has been the only Fire Ant to put one in so far this season. Again, just their second game of the year.
Becerra has been stuck in the midfield, just hasn't had a chance to really do anything. I think she shifted from the back line to the midfield about midway through this first half, but other than that, just hasn't had any touches. Wrestle for that one. It looked to be Becerra and someone else. Might have been Auckland in on that one. It's going to be a foul against the Highlanders, and Boatwright's going to come up, take this set piece.
In that first game for the Fire Ants, they had 6 shots on goal. So far in this one, none, nil, nada. Only a corner kick, as we have about 11 minutes to play in the first half. It's 2-0 Highlanders. And like Eric mentioned, coming up at halftime today, we are going to be joined by Kara Bishop, sophomore from Lamar County High School. Eric had a chance to sit down with her, pick her brain a little bit about some stuff off the field, and Eric, I believe we just got a yellow card.
Yeah, we did get a yellow card. I don't know who it was addressed to. Maybe it was addressed to the USC coach, Jason Stewart, over there. It was either addressed to him or Tia Boatwright, but I don't think it was Boatwright. Tanner is going to come out of net and just grab this one. A high soaring kick, but it just finds the mitts of the keeper for Gordon State. Guess that counts as her first save of the afternoon.
That was a long one, too. That's about how far GMC scored from the other day. Almost a midfield shot for the Bulldogs here on Tuesday.
Fluellen plays it off the inner foot, but Auckland again races in to stop it. Fluellen tries to keep it in, but that touch a little bit too strong, so Becerra is going to get a chance to take this out.
Say that name again.
Becerra.
Very nice.
It's got the 2 R's. You got to roll the R's.
That's why you're doing it.
Got a couple substitutions for both the Highlanders and the Fire Ants. Got a trio of new Highlanders coming in. That's going to be number 6. That's Hope Talbot for Gordon State. We're going to see our first look at Tressler this afternoon as well. And let me make sure I get this right. Yeah. Caricia Knight has come in, number 14. Fluellen able to get a touch on that one, but it'll get pushed past her. Tressler over to Knight. Knight pushes it through, but Boatwright, again, a fantastic job of the defense today, as she has just been in the middle of every defensive mix-up against the Highlanders.
You just mentioned Knight, number 14, who's checked into the game for the Highlanders. She is out of Newton High School in Covington, Georgia, former Newton Ram.
Right at midfield. Blocked up and passed through. Kara Bishop now falling back to a midfield role or a defensive role. She's going to feed it up to Fillingham, who gets it from Tressler. Fillingham on the left side. Searching, looking for the hat trick in the first half, perhaps, but she's going to get ran into in the middle half. That pass intended for Tressler, but just couldn't clear the trees.
She was trying to find Tressler, who was sneaking back there in the middle of the field and just had it broken up, but surprised she didn't try to take that shot, like Eric said, and go for that hat trick here in the first half. She's already got 2 in the game.
Talbot over to Cuviello. Cuviello up, and now race to the ball. I think it's going to be offsides call. Yes, it will be.
Showing about 8 minutes exactly remaining here in the first half of this one. That is according to our clock. We're hoping that we're going to be right on with our officials out here with us today, so shouldn't be too far off. Again, 2-0 game. First half. Third game of the season for the Highlanders. Second home game. And should be the last game for the Highlanders until this coming Friday when the team is back. So good little break, little rest after today.
Yeah, 2 games in a week and you get a week long. That's a good clean tackle there. Pushes the ball out. Good look by Cuviello. Going to be a throw in here for the Fire Ants. Audrey Bixler taking it. And Bixler again after it gets pushed out again. Bounces it in, able to get a foot on that one is Bishop. She's able to steer it back towards the midfield line. Tressler trying to break that one up. Johnston for USC was able to get it loose. Oxland. Johnston again. So a lot of back passing here, just trying to keep it within that triangle for USC Sumter. Highlanders just trying to break that up and attack the ball. Another substitution here for the Fire Ants. It's going to be Tanatazin Chavez Ramirez. Race for it. It's loose. Caricia Knight moves on it quickly. Footwork able to shake a couple defenders, or rather attackers. Getting this ball back here and trying to get it loose once again. The Highlanders, a little bit slow reaction there. Opens up a small window for the Fire Ants. Again, Gordon went up in this game 2-0 really early on, both off the foot of Fillingham. Both times it was a speed contest as Fillingham was able to find the ball while Harry was out of net.
Yeah, especially that second shot that Fillingham was able to score on.
Speaking of, Fillingham fancy footwork trying to get past the 2 defenders, but the duo too strong. At the beginning of the match today, Ashlyn Jones went down in the box, set up a good set piece for Gordon State, but she went down clutching the right knee, and she is still on the bench. But she was able to walk off on her own power if you're just joining us, so she seems to be okay, but hasn't seen the pitch since.
Eric, we're talking about schedules and how many games, the teams have played in their first week. Well, wait until I tell you about the schedule next week for Central Georgia Tech.
Ooh.
They've got quite a few. Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. 3 games in 4 days.
Do they get a week off after that?
For Central Georgia Tech. They're at home on Monday to take on Middle Georgia State. They're at home on Wednesday to take on South Georgia. And then they are on the road in Milledgeville Thursday to take on Georgia Military. So 3 games in 4 days. They'll be the only 3 games played by teams from our conference.
That is a gauntlet.
3 and 4 for college soccer. That's getting a lot of action in a little bit amount of time.
Yeah, that is. No time to turn around. No time to talk about what to do. It's just a rest day afterwards and a rest day afterwards. Tanner is out of net. She'll collect that one at the edge of her territory. She'll scope out the scene, see who she's going to deposit this ball to. Caricia Knight watches that one get hit over her head by Chavez Ramirez. In the backfield, Auckland racing against Fluellen. Becerra gets it over to the side where awaiting is Hernandez. Hernandez unable to get it past the defense. It'll get forced out into the corner. So watching that one all the way through was Carissa Thompson playing matchup. And it's going to be the second corner here for the Fire Ants. We have a substitution again for them. Looks like Auckland's going to come off, and number 14, Satali Juarez comes in.
And this will only be the second corner kick of the half.
Excuse me, this Sitlali, not Satali.
As we're inside of what should be about 3 minutes remaining in the first half.
This one a little bit too short as it's barely able to find its way into the box, and the Highlanders are going to be able to clear this one pretty easily. Now Tressler trying to find Fillingham. Fillingham on a good run. She's got a one-on-one defender, and look at this defense here by Sumter coming in, and an excellent sliding block there by Harry out of net. She wasn't going to get fooled 3 times by Fillingham, and she was able to lay the body on the line and block that up. But also want to shout out a good defensive run and defensive, not stoppage, but defensive rupture there for USC Sumter. Once they get a name or a number on the back there. Far side defender now matched up with Fillingham. It's a fantastic run by number 17, Kamaja Moore. She's able to race up the side, and now Moore, after that tough takedown, looks like she might have gotten caught underneath Harry. She might have got the wind knocked out of her. She's going to get substituted in. Auckland back in the game now. She's going to be matched up with Fillingham, it looks like. High in the air, and right at the midfield line, Becerra. Unable to keep in front of her. Now the attacker looking to wheel it back. Matched up with Fluellen, and now this one is a race to the corner with Hernandez. Taken away by Chile. Zipporah up to Knight back to Fluellen. Highlanders trying to find a way to clear this one effectively while also setting themselves up at another shot. Fluellen right across midfield trying to find Fillingham, but a good job by Auckland to stand in front of that one. Yeah, it's going to be a foul. Boatwright, just tough shove against Tressler. I think just couldn't stop the momentum. Tressler hit the ground, and the ball will be placed just a couple yards outside of the midfield line.
Inside of a minute remaining in the first half. Highlanders with 9 shots on goal. 2 goals by Georgia Fillingham. And like Eric mentioned, they came very, very early in the first half.
Just about 1 true shot on goal. That's for right. USC. At the 2 corners. And then that set piece, that one's directly into the hands of Harry. That was a good set piece by Boatwright earlier. It forced Tanner to go to the left side pole, her perspective.
Yeah, but I think Tanner will even agree with you. If that's the toughest work she's
absolutely. I'm fine
day.
with it. Yeah, whatever.
I'm sure Rebecca's
Let's
not
do that
going
all
to be
day.
too upset about that one.
This one deflected, and a good job by Cuviello to get in the mix-up, but unable to keep it in front of her as it'll disappear. But fortunately enough, Tanner at the edge of her own box, able to pick it up. And she'll survey the field. Again, just a couple of minutes or seconds left in this first half. We'll see.
Yeah, our clock has expired. Just waiting
how much time is allotted,
the official sign here on the field, but we should not be too far off.
Taken down to the ground. That's a Highlander. I can't see which number that is.
I'll check
but
that
we'll
out.
Play on. It looks like Sumter trying to get that through. And yeah, we are going to have stoppage of time here. I think that was Fillingham. Yeah, Fillingham took the spill down there.
Yeah, I got my own binoculars here with me today. Eric didn't get a chance to steal these.
I brought my own.
Eric brought out the dang Hubble telescope with him today.
Next time we're on the booth camera, I'll show them off. So Fillingham down on the ground. Coach Kenneth Fasuhini, first-year coach, I should say, here at Gordon State, talking with her.
Glad to have everybody on the broadcast here today as well. Again, we are live from Gordon State College in Barnesville. What do you say, Eric, about almost in between Atlanta and Macon for our friends from USC Sumter? Maybe a little closer to Macon than Atlanta.
Closer to Macon. It depends on how fast you drive. Let me clarify.
It depends on if Atlanta's being Atlanta.
I was about to say it depends on how fast you're allowed to drive.
I think Atlanta this weekend has a couple of college football games at the Benz.
They've
got
football game, Dragon Con's going on. You have something else. There's something
Chris
else.
Brown's in concert at Truist Park for 2 nights. There's a lot going on, so thankfully we're well south of Atlanta, but the big city, the big metropolis of Barnesville, Georgia.
Yeah.
Eric
like
stomping
that,
grounds.
Something like that. Caricia Knight watches that one get put out.
And that's going to take us to halftime.
Yep. And it's a good half for the Highlanders. 2-0 our score at halftime, both via the boot of Georgia Fillingham, which you do like to see. And they both came very early, but since then, it's a good job by Haley Harry in net for USC Sumter. We're going to take a quick 60-second break, and then we'll be right back with you.
Highlanders Forward is more than a rallying cry. It's a way of being. At Gordon State College, Highlanders move towards a bright future with an affordable, high-quality education that sets them up for lifelong success. Our students pursue their passions through nearly 30 exceptional degree programs that lead to exciting careers across the globe. They work towards academic excellence in challenging courses taught by exceptional faculty who support them along the way. They evolve as global citizens through study abroad programs, career-focused internships, and meaningful research and service initiatives that connect them to the world they live in. As graduates, Highlanders move confidently into their futures after earning valuable degrees at a fraction of the cost elsewhere. Gordon State College is the place where forward thinkers launch their dreams and shape better lives for themselves and their families. Start the journey to your future at Gordon State College. Apply today.
Welcome back inside, everybody, to USC Sumter versus the Gordon State Highlanders. And welcome back inside the booth. Eric Amundsen here alongside Chad Feldman. And Chad, it was a good first half for the Gordon State Highlanders. Before we get in the breakdown, I do want to show off the binoculars that I brought.
Look at
because
this, everybody.
Look, they're big. They are the big ones.
I mean, Eric can see all the way down to Forsyth, clear across Highway 18.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Just got to keep look. You got to find a way through the trees and past that field. Anyway, it's a
We
long
should have gave those to
process.
the football officials we were at last night down in Sumter with Americas. The GHSA ought to take a look at giving them some of those binoculars. Wow.
In
that's
short,
a whole,
quite bad.
Yeah,
quite bad.
Pretty bad last night, but
No.
pretty good so far
No,
here today for the
great
Highlanders.
here and great officiating
Yep.
at this point, which you definitely love to see. But as we mentioned before, I believe what was the final tally? About 8-9 shots on
Yep,
goal
9
for
to 1,
Gordon. 9-1 shots on goal in favor of Gordon State, and those two goals coming at the beginning of the match with Georgia Fillingham putting it in the back of the net both times, overpowering Haley Harry in net, and one time being set up by Kara Bishop. And a lot of times it's just been a lot of speed here for the Highlanders. But credit to the USC defense. When you go down 2-0 early, it's very easy to kind of start questioning what you're doing on the pitch, especially with no coach out there to help you through it. They didn't put their head down. They just went back to work, and they did their game.
And Haley Harry has played very well
Yes,
in the goal
exactly.
here for USC Sumter.
Couple of-
And just that one goal that was scored on was off a deflection that she came out of the box, and the ball just kind of went its own way, and there was Georgia Fillingham there just to put it away and take advantage of the opportunity. Nothing Haley did wrong, just ball rolled a certain way, and she couldn't get back in time.
She had about 2-3 good saves and one fantastic save, saving a would-be Kara Bishop goal. That Bishop flew in out of nowhere and was able to put a good look on it, but not enough to power it past Haley Harry. But again, great first half for the Highlanders.
2-0 is our halftime score. Again, 2 early goals by Georgia Fillingham, and that's what we have for us right now. So we are at halftime. Glad to have you here on the broadcast with us. Now, the fun part of the broadcast, earlier today before the Highlanders took the field, Eric had a chance to sit down with sophomore Kara Bishop, and it is our next one-on-one installment with the Highlanders. So we're going to turn that over right now. Hope you enjoy this interview with Kara. 2-0 halftime here in Barnesville. Highlanders on top.
What's going on, everybody? Eric Amundsen here with Kara Bishop, number 4 on the Gordon State Highlanders soccer team. Kara, thank you so much for joining us for our halftime show.
Thank you.
All right. So, again, just a slice of life stuff. First off, you're a local. And
Yes.
viewers of K13 might know Kara already for being a dual sport athlete here at Gordon State. Were you also a dual sport athlete in high school?
I played soccer and softball. I wanted to play volleyball, but I had to choose softball over volleyball. But it's okay because it led me here.
That's true. They got a volleyball team at Lamar now?
Yes, they do. I think they have for a while now.
It's been a minute since I graduated from Lamar. Don't date me too much. Don't backdate me too much here, Kara. But yeah. Either way, so trio, triple threat in athletics.
Yeah. I wish I could have played volleyball, but I just couldn't.
No.
Because one time I actually went to volleyball conditioning instead, and Coach Oberg was like, "What are you doing? Like, what are you doing?" And then I went to volleyball for one day and then went right back to softball.
I'm sure that was a tough sale with Coach Oberg. he's definitely interesting.
Yeah.
A great coach, fantastic coach.
Yes.
Regardless, but being brought here to Gordon State, like you said, you get to stay local.
Right.
What was kind of the draw to bring you back here, or was it just the obvious answer?
Well, it was the obvious answer for me because, like, the nursing program, I got to play soccer and softball. Like, it's just, if I went anywhere else, I wouldn't be able to do all of this.
Mm-hmm.
But I have such a community here built. Like, it's just very accessible. Because if I went to a bigger school away from home, I wouldn't be able to do the nursing program and play soccer and softball. I probably wouldn't even be able to play both sports.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just a very obvious answer for me.
Absolutely. And the nursing program here at Gordon State is one of the best in the state, I would say. I have multiple friends who graduated from that program. They're doing bigger and great things right now. What sort of practice in the nursing pathway are you looking at?
Oh, I really have no idea. Everybody always asks this question, and I don't know what to say. Like, specialty-wise, I think I would have fun doing literally any specialty.
Okay.
Like, anything.
So just Swiss Army knife fitting in wherever?
Yes. I guess I'll figure it out whenever I'm, like, going through clinicals and stuff. I'll probably figure out what I like the most. But, like, right now, the only thing I would say is that I don't want to be an OR nurse, because if I was in the OR, I would want to do the surgery. Right. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So you're more of a hands-on.
Yes.
You would definitely want to be in there.
Yes.
Ooh, I couldn't do that. It's not that I have like a weak stomach or get queasy. It's like there's too much information.
Right.
It's above my pay grade for sure. So again, just the fact that, you are local, and we talked about food in the last one. I think we're going to talk about food a lot in the interviews. What's the best local Barnesville cuisine? What is the place to go in Barnesville?
Oh, gosh. That's a hard one. My favorite Mexican restaurant is El Aurora, the one beside the gas station. But a new one that I really enjoyed is Dee's Burritos. I really enjoyed
Dee's is very
Dee's
solid. Listen, on the side, I do some door dashing to pay the bills, and they get a lot of foot traffic through there.
Good.
Great place.
I hope they stay open because I really love them.
Oh yeah, I love them too.
I hope they do well.
Now, for me, local cuisine wise, it's always a rotating door, but one certain that's always been in Barnesville, and you can't get pizza like it anywhere else. American pie. I know American pie can be testy sometimes, but I love some American pie. I don't know what they do to the pizza there. But
Unpopular opinion.
I've never had a pizza like it.
I don't like American pie.
See, and I hear that a lot. I hear that a lot from folks that it's just not, I don't know, it just doesn't suit right with them. In my opinion, it might be nostalgia. They were better before they moved to the new location.
Right.
But
that was a long time ago.
Hey now, easy. But it was a minute ago, and they have been in that location for a minute. But yeah, American pie is good. But hey, these burritos, it's getting up there.
Solid.
It is slowly rising. Now, when you're off the pitch, what are some of your interests? What are some of your hobbies other than nursing school?
I really like to bake sourdough bread.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a very grandma hobby, I know, but a very millennial hobby, and I'm not a millennial, but I like baking sourdough bread. I like to read. Mm-hmm. What else? I'm trying to think. I really just like cooking, baking.
Right on.
Yeah.
Now, with sourdough bread, because I always see videos of it on TikTok and stuff, how much does it stick to your hands? Because it looks like it would be a pain to mess with.
It is kind of a pain. And to wash it off of the dishes is even harder.
Oh my goodness. I can imagine.
It's even harder. You have to it's probably the worst part about it is how sticky it is and how much it sticks to literally everything. And it's really kind of a messy process, but it's worth it because the bread is 10 out of 10.
Oh, yeah. Sourdough bread's the best type of bread.
Yeah,
especially if you're making a grilled cheese. Sourdough is the best for a grilled cheese.
Yes, 10
hands
out of
10. And it also, I always see the starter of it looks like some sort of alien life form. This is what it looks like.
It's a little creepy.
It is. Because it moves on its own. It makes its own sound.
Yeah.
It's alive.
I did a microbiology project over it, and it was just really weird because it has, it's just.
Well, it's got so many different. What do you what do you want to
I know
call
what you're looking for.
Yeah,
I know.
it's like whatever you would like put yeast in, whatever the column you put that, like it has so many different. It's kind of like chemistry. It's kind of like a chemistry bread because like there's so much stuff just marrying with each other.
Well, exactly. And then in my project, I was like, every single baker sourdough is different because of the bacteria on their hands.
Right, there it is. Yeah.
So it's just crazy to think about. And then it's kind of weird because it's literally just flour and water that's old. That's what your sourdough starter is. It's just sour. It's bad. Flour and water.
Interesting. See, I didn't know that. I just thought it was regular bread that you did something to, but no, it's just old flour and water.
Pretty much.
That's how long does it take for it to be old?
Well, see, I started my sourdough starter from scratch, so it would probably took me about 2 weeks for it to become active.
Okay.
So you have to like feed it like it's a living thing because it is a living thing. I know it's really it breathes and it's really strange. And then the fact that you're eating it is even like scarier, but you just got to get past that.
So you got to keep the starter for like every batch, or do you have to reset every time?
No, you keep it. Like people have like 100-year-old sourdough starters.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And they can eat it.
Yeah.
I feel like that would go bad eventually.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
That is absolutely that is crazy. So you're a sourdough wizard, as established. Also, big reader. I'm not much of a reader. What is some of like the big genres that you're into?
I'm a sucker for a romance.
Okay.
I've also been getting into a little bit of fantasy right now, but like with school, every time school starts, I just have to slow down on the reading because during the summer,
you have
it's
a lot
like
of other stuff to read.
Yes, textbooks, pretty big. That's my genre right now. But I'm a really big sucker for a romance book, a romance movie. Like I'm a hopeless romantic, that's for sure.
Oh, and then no shame in that. And are you a movie person as well, or is it just kind of one set genre movie for you with that? Or
I think I'm a movie person.
okay,
I like movies, but I think I would prefer shows over movies, though.
right on. I can't set that. I don't know why it is, but like I'd much rather put a movie on in the background, just do whatever.
Yeah.
Because like TV show, I feel like I have to pay attention to it.
Okay,
and
but
like,
I feel the opposite.
Okay, that's
I feel
interesting.
The opposite. Like I can put a TV show on and go do whatever, but like a movie, I'm ready to like get in the bed, get cozy, watch the movie. You know what I'm saying?
That's interesting. I can't do that. Like for a movie, it's like I think what it is like for the movie, it's like one continuous line I can follow. Whereas a TV show, sometimes it's different on this episode, that episode.
Right.
I don't know. Whatever it is, it just I like it. Now, as a dual sport athlete, you've traveled a lot in high school and college so far. What was the most either bad or the most fun road trip that you've been on?
Okay, the worst road trip was the first travel that I went on with softball, like as a part of the team. The first time I traveled with them in the fall. I think it was in the fall. It was like our first tournament. And it was like in Alabama. It was raining the entire time. I rolled my ankle the day before, so I couldn't even play. I was in a boot, and it was just terrible. Like it was raining. I couldn't play. It was my first trip with everybody, and then it was kind of. I think it was a bad trip for all of us. The drive was just terrible.
Which part of Alabama was it? Oxford?
It might have been Oxford.
Yeah,
I think it was
Oxford. Like a big hub for all that at that facility.
Yes.
It's a good looking facility.
Yes, it is, but it was just nasty that weekend. For soccer, my favorite trip to soccer was for Spain because I went to Spain to play soccer, but it wasn't with school.
Okay.
It was just a summer thing that I went with a couple of friends with, and that was by far my favorite trip of my life.
Okay.
Yes.
That Spain sounds fantastic. What part of Spain?
Barcelona, and we went to Valencia.
You got to go to Barcelona if you're going for soccer.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I really want to go to Madrid too.
That's true. That's another soccer hot zone in Madrid. Now, just so we can wrap things up, and I asked Ashlyn this, what is your favorite time in being an athlete on the field? Like what whether it be softball or soccer, what is your favorite like moments being an athlete?
last year in the conference tournament, me and Macy Batchelor turned a double play against, it might have been GMC. And I think that one was pretty cool. That one was really good. And then in soccer, definitely like scoring a last minute goal to tie the game up. We did that in the Elite Eight for high school my senior year, and it was just adrenaline. Anything that gets the adrenaline pumping, I'm there for.
I feel a fraction of that in the booth, but I get to like vicariously call that, so that's very fun. But Garrett, thank you so much for joining us for halftime, and good luck to you in the second half today.
Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody. Coming a little bit hot as we have just started action here in the second half. Again, 2-0 score with Gordon's both goals coming very early in the match off the foot of Georgia Fillingham. Of course, now Gordon will be moving from right to left. And good news is immediately you see Ashlyn Jones back out on the pitch. Again, she went down early in that first half with that apparent knee or leg injury, but she's back out there. That's good to see. Tressler in a good footwork there with the midfielder, but losing it. And here is Elizabeth Ramirez racing for that one right on the line. It'll be a throw in here for Gordon. Audrey Bixler racing for that one as well.
For those just tuning in, maybe you didn't catch our first half, we're glad to have you here with us today, live from Barnesville, Georgia. It's Gordon State College and USC Sumter. 9 shots on goal for the Highlanders in the first half. Again, 2 goals, both by Georgia Fillingham. Just 1 single shot on goal for the Fire Ants. Eric, they did have a couple of good looks on some corners, but other than that, hasn't been much offense today for the team in black.
Jones takes a shot and is a little bit too high. Right in the front of her was Tia Boatwright covering that side. And you're right, Chad, there wasn't too much offense on that side of the pitch for the Fire Ants, looking for a little bit better, but they were able to really get back on their feet and kind of dig into the sand a little bit after those quick 2 goals hit the back of the net at the beginning of the game, beginning of the match. They were able to just stave off this Highlander offense, which has been relentless in their eyes. They've just not been able to shake them off of their side of the pitch.
And a lot like our first game here of the season, our first home game against GMC on Tuesday, yes, we have 2 goals in the game, but we could easily have 4 or 5. We've had some really good looks. Lanier's had a couple of good looks today, but again, Bishop had a rocket that just missed, and we even hit the top of the post one time. So we've had some more good looks, could easily have 4 or 5, but right now just holding to 2. And again, they came very, very early in the first half.
Jessie Jeffcoat gets it in. That's off the head of Tressler, trying to keep it in front of her, unable to, though. And that'll be Becerra now up against Chile. Bixler trying to find her way to her midfielder, but unfortunately for her, she's going to run into Olivia Park. Park now racing for this one. Park's got a little bit of wheels, and she gets shoved off by Bixler. It's going to be a clean tackle in the eyes of the official, though. Park will hop back up, and now an attack is starting here for USC Sumter, but a good job by Cuviello to stave it off. Auckland on the touch, unable to keep it in front of her, and that will roll out and be a throw in here for Gordon State.
I want to say thanks again to everybody tuned in to our YouTube feed here today. We are live at Gordon State College in Barnesville. And again, some of our folks tuning in today, Erica Brown's tuned in from North Carolina, cheering on her niece, Zipporah Chile, and also Tanya Trimble from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, the mother of Tia Boatwright. So happy to have you guys on. If you're tuned in, we'd love to know where you're watching from today. Drop us a comment. Eric and I would love to give you a shout-out during today's broadcast.
Tia Boatwright's had a fantastic game for USC Sumter.
She really has. You said that name a lot here today.
Yes,
so.
she has been on every single coverage, it seems. And you know what? She's the tallest player on her squad on the pitch, and she's been everywhere.
Another shot there by Isabel Tressler from East Coweta High School, former Indian out of Sharpsburg, Georgia. Had a good look at it, just sailed it high, almost over there to the bullpen in right field of the baseball field at that 320 mark.
The bullpen at the barnyard.
We'll be over there come January. Nothing says baseball like 17-degree days. Doubleheaders in January.
And it's windy, too. You can't
oh
forget about
gosh,
that. It's
yes,
windy.
Yes.
Throw in here from Ashlyn Jones is going to go over to Macy Lauren Lanier.
Listen, somebody from Gordon State College needs to become real good friends with Elon Musk, and let's get an indoor dome facility built here. That way in January when we have doubleheaders, and it's 24 degrees and 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts, it won't matter. We'll be inside. That'd be really nice.
Bella Tressler. Again, she did not get the starting nod today. She came in about maybe 3/4 through the first half. There's a little bit of a different lineup for Coach Fasahini today. You just saw Lisbeth Ramirez play that one off the hip. She came in game number 2 of the season. She got the start today. Cuviello trying to boot that one past, but a good job by the defense. That's Auckland on that touch, trying to wear that one as much as he could, stop the momentum, but not before Cuviello gets back to it. Once again, the defense trying to shake off Cuviello. Here's Ashlyn Jones. Jones back to Lauren Lanier. Macy Lauren Lanier playing up against the one-on-one with a defender, unable to keep it clean. Falls over that one, trying to get a little bit too fancy. Back to her, gets another opportunity, 2-on-1, unable to brace through the tackle, and it'll fall back to Zipporah Chile. Auckland trying to block that one up, and that shot from Cuviello, maybe just trying to say, get off me. I'm just going to kick this one away.
Trying to make something happen. Hey, when we have a moment right here, let's
Yep.
give a big thank you. Big golf tournament coming up at Raintree in October. Eric and I will tell you about next whistle we have. We'll give you all the details on how you can come join the Highlanders and support the athletic program here at Gordon State.
It's a good course at Raintree. I like playing there in my high school days.
I believe they've done a lot of renovations over there.
I hope so.
We
I
were
hope
there.
so, Chad.
I want to say it was March or April of 2024 for our last Highlander golf tournament. They were still doing renovations. We were supposed to be back there this spring, but it got postponed, so looking forward to getting back over to Thomaston in October. Elliot Chile Jr. is on the broadcast with us from Villa Rica, Georgia, watching Zipporah Chile. Also, we have Tanisha Harry. That's Haley Harry's mom. Watching from, is it Killeen, Texas? A proud mom, and I tell you what, rightfully so. Haley's played very well
She's had a
today
good,
in goal.
Good day today.
Really, I know we've got 2 on the board, but really just one that she's given up because, like I said before halftime, that second goal was one that she came out on. It was a deflection, a collision, and it just kind of got behind her. And Fillingham was able to knock it in, so Haley's played very well today in the goal for USC Sumter. And again, those 2 goals were very, very early. Since then, she's had quite a few saves.
Chile from midfield boots it all the way past her own team and into the arms of Haley Harry.
And again, great to have Elliot Chile on with us today from Villa Rica. We were just out that way last Friday. Eric and I were not too far out there in the Tallapoosa area, doing some high school football last Friday.
Just don't take us to Americas again.
Yeah, if we never have to go back to Sumter County High School, neither one of us would.
It would be too soon.
No.
Tough shove there. Believe that is going to be number 20. Again, we don't have a number 20 on the roster. The yellow card was issued. No, I think that's going to be Auckland that just got the yellow there. So there is 2 yellows now on the pitch on USC Sumter. I believe the first one was issued in the first half to head coach Jason Stewart. It was either him or Tia Boatwright. Wasn't very clear from the official. Either way, there are 2 yellows on the Fire Ants, one of them on Auckland now.
That was Kara Bishop who went down there, Eric. She was slow to get up, and boy, she got banged up a couple of times in our last broadcast on Tuesday.
She wore one off the head and off a very powerful set-piece kick from GMC. This went all the way into the box and looked like it might have a good look to it. Kara Bishop and Ramirez on that one, but just unable to attack that ball before Haley Harry got to it. That's something that's a prevalent problem in women's soccer is concussions. It's a lot of times coaches don't teach them how to correctly collect a header. So a lot of the times it's just them throwing their head at it and it messes up their neck all the way down to their spine. It's an art on how to field a header in soccer.
I just can't imagine the headaches.
Kill me.
I couldn't do it. There's Kara once again with it.
Bishop right along that line, threading it perfectly, trying to keep it in. She's able to get past the defense. Auckland racing against her. Auckland takes a tackle on her, trying to get it free, and she will. And, man, Harry had that ball, but it was deposited out, I believe. Isabella Arbite, that's how you say that one. Arbite able to put that one out past her.
Did I hear you and Kara talking quite a bit about sourdough bread in our
So-
halftime interview today?
Kara, first Ashlyn Jones trying to get a look here in the box. Jones, 2-on-1, takes a shot, and once again Tia Boatwright in the way, but she can't block that one. Isabella Tressler flying in from the wing, puts it past, and it's 3-0 Highlanders.
We bring up sourdough and we get a goal from the Highlanders. Let's just talk about it more. 12th shot on goal today for the Highlanders. 3rd goal. And again, that one, the first one from Tressler. And that'll make it a 3-0 score.
Tressler, number 12. So taking it from center circle, or would-be center circle here, is going to be Becerra. And yeah, she talked a lot about sourdough, and she makes her own sourdough bread.
Wonder what it would take to
Interesting,
get her
yeah.
to bring us some to the next soccer game.
I don't know, maybe she's got to make some. I mean, she is busy.
Yeah, that's true. When does she have time? That's true. Between full-time nursing student, softball player, and soccer player, I don't see how she has time to even be in the kitchen.
Goodness.
But I have learned, Eric, especially during softball season, when you're talking to our ladies, a lot of them do love to cook. And I have learned if you will ask nicely, most times they'll bring you a sample.
Interesting.
Had some incredible buffalo chicken dip this past softball season. McKenna Cole, sophomore for the Highlanders, brought some this past season at the broadcast booth. My daughter ate it. I never got to even try it.
Kara Bishop moving in, takes a shot, and another incredible save by Haley Harry. A fading kick, and Harry able to hang with it. She dives to her left and once again denies Kara Bishop.
Full extension and able to bring that one home. Kara almost was able to go across her body and get it into the corner of the net, but again, Haley with another wonderful save for the Fire Ants.
It's a wonderful save, and you could tell it's one of those moments where everything just slows down. Even from here, it looked like the ball just slowed down into slow motion. And another fantastic save by the freshman keeper.
I'll tell you, Haley's got quite the fan club on the broadcast here today, too. Her sister just checked in. She is from Charleston, South Carolina. Journey Sapphire is tuned in here with us today. Well, I can promise you one thing. Your sister is putting on a wonderful show here today for
Jones
USC Sumter.
trying to get through to find McCoy, but it was blocked up there by Kamijah Moore. And then that ball booted out, and it'll be a keeper kick. Someone's going to have to go find that one, as it has sailed well over the fence towards the Gordon State baseball team's field.
Out there toward the bullpen. And I tell you, I don't know how Coach Tanner Hall does it for the baseball program, but we normally have about 60 players in our bullpen. I think we have the most pitchers in all of college baseball in our relief corps.
Coach Hall, former pitcher himself at Mercer University.
Yeah,
he knows how to bring in the pitchers. He understands what it takes to recruit those types of guys. And you know what? In JUCO, there's such a flood of arms. You see a lot more pitchers take you get a lot more promotion, especially in JUCO, if you can throw strikes.
He had a strategy this past baseball season that was something I've never seen before. In our conference games, he would put a different pitcher in on purpose every single inning. And it worked. We won like 7 in a row or 10 out of 12, and just to keep the other team from getting comfortable.
I'm about to say it stops the comfortability. You're getting a different release angle, different pitch mix, different lefty-righty matchup every time.
I had to do a lot of editing in my scorebook. A lot of manual on the spot. 9 pitchers in 9 innings. I think I was the only one who didn't get the call.
Good night.
Got another viewer from the state of Delaware.
Yep, also cheering on Haley.
So Delaware, South Carolina, North Carolina, Texas.
All over the country, all
glad
over
to
the nation.
Have everybody tuned in here today. Alongside of Eric Edmondson, I'm Chad Feltman. It's live coverage of Gordon State Highlanders soccer today from Gordon State College. A sunny and warm Saturday afternoon in Barnesville.
It's turned out to be a real treat of a day.
And again, it was not looking this way when we were here on Tuesday. The forecast said anywhere from 1 inch to 2 inches of rain. Woke up this morning, walked outside, and nothing but sunshine.
Tressler to Bishop. Bishop trying to find McCoy. McCoy has to race to this one. Ball gets deflected back to McCoy off the boot of Bishop. And now trying to race to that one, and winning that race is Auckland. An awkward slide tackle by both players there. Both of them going down in a heap and both of them getting back up. Clean tackle. Auckland was able to put the right foot on that one before either of them collided. Tressler trying to win that ball back after it gets taken away by Sitlali Juarez. And McCoy deposits that over. Hey now.
Eric, perfect time.
Boatwright in the box facing off against Tressler. Boatwright's been comfortable all game. She's going to find Moore. Moore over to Juarez. Juarez able to get it to Moore once again, who would take it past midfield line, runs back into Cuviello. Now over the head of Cuviello. Tanner's going to have to come out of net, but thankfully a good job by Chile to block off the route of Becerra. And Tanner will collect this one.
I think Tanner's done a good job back there just catching a tan today.
Yeah.
I mean, she has been pretty lonely. And that's a good thing when your goalie is very lonely.
In situations where she has had to move, she has been alert. It's also very easy to kind of be the kid in left field at the rec game and just kind of be picking wildflowers out there, especially when your team is pushing as hard as they are right now. But Tanner's done a fantastic job of also helping out her defense and letting her defense play. It's very easy for as a keeper to kind of rush out and try to call shots, but right now Chile being a very good captain in that back line, she's letting her call the shots.
You say that like you have experience of being the kid in right field picking flowers. No, not you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, Eric. You were the dandelion boy, right?
I played right field for 2 games, and they put me back in infield where I belong.
Okay. Well, at least you got in right field. I was left bench most of my career. So,
man.
Yeah.
I could play defense, couldn't hit a lick.
That's why we talk for a living.
Yep, that's right. You have Fluellen coming in the game here for the Highlanders. Lisbeth Ramirez takes a seat on the bench. That one bounces off.
Updated shots on goal here for the ball game. 14 for the Highlanders right now compared to just 2 for the Fire Ants.
McCoy to Bishop. Bishop trying to get a through here. She's got Tressler if she can get past Boatwright. Boatwright's been fantastic all afternoon, trying to solve the puzzle, trying to find someone over. Jones off a header, and it will roll in past Haley Harry. Jones catches the assist, second assist of the day for Bishop, but Jones able to put the perfect hit on it, and it is 4-0.
How about the assist from Kara Bishop finding Ashlyn Jones with the header? Jones out of St. George's School in Milner gets the 4th goal of the season, or I should say 4th goal of the day for the Highlanders. But again, what a cross there from Bishop to set that up perfectly.
Man, and what a job to solve Boatwright. Boatwright had Bishop covered very well. But a way to think on her feet as she just deposited that little floater, and Jones in coverage of her own, able to wrestle free. Put a good touch on it.
Funny, in our pregame today, we were talking with the Highlanders team. More on that in a moment, sorry.
Jones once again looking. Now she'll get stalled here momentarily. Tressler takes a shot from wide out, but with the hands is Harrion. Chad, I wasn't saying because of what
I know
was
where
happening.
you're going with it, yeah.
Go ahead, Chad.
We were talking with our Highlanders soccer team, just making sure we had correct pronunciations for all the ladies' names and everything, and we're going through the roster. And we bring up Mary Ashlyn Jones, and when we did, Ashland's eyes just about popped out of her head, and all of her teammates looked over at her and was like, Mary? Who is that? So we had to make sure that we just go by Ashland.
Didn't like that name.
For the rest of the year.
I didn't say it. She goes back and watches this one. I did not say
That's
that
okay.
one.
I'll
That's
take the
on
blame.
Chad.
That's all good. Just funny story.
So we are going to have a set piece here. It's a
Okay.
foul against Gordon. Bixler is going to get this ready to set this one up. And this is really probably the best one. You know, we talked about the corners that USC Sumter had. But this is going to be their best shot. It's a little bit more forward, a little bit more on goal. You're going to have the wall set up. Bixler still catching her breath after that last tie-up. Bixler takes a shot. Tanner watches it, and too tall for Tanner. Tried to leap up to get it, but it's going to get into the net, and Bixler puts Sumter on the board.
First goal of the game, Audrey Bixler, the freshman.
I believe they're taking that ball away. I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to hurry it up. Maybe you look at the stats as a freshman. Could be first goal.
That is her first goal of the season.
So that's her first collegiate goal.
Absolutely. Only the second goal of the year scored for the Fire Ants. They had a 1-1 tie last week. And again, this just their second game of the season. So second goal of the year for the team. First collegiate goal for Audrey Bixler here in the second half.
Tressler over to McCoy as now Gordon just trying to get that one back. It's been an offensive scoring mayhem for both squads here in this second half. And I think that's going to be an offsides call. So it'll go back to the Fire Ants.
Still, though, Eric, only 3 shots on goal.
But that's a good shooting percentage. 1 for 3.
Yeah, not too bad your percentage. The problem is the scoreboard not as friendly. So that is compared to 16 shots on goal for the Highlanders today.
Good night.
16-3. But again, that one a wonderful shot there by Bixler, just right to the very top of the goal.
And that's something that the Highlanders might have to look out for going forward, is that Tanner does a fantastic job of moving east to west, but that's the second time she's been cleared over the top via a set piece. GMC did it the other day.
Yep.
And here we see it again today. So it's something you might want to look out for in the future as we get deeper into conference.
And again, that goal from GMC on Wednesday, I mean, it was nearly almost from midfield.
Yeah, excuse me, it wasn't off a set piece. It was off the out of the midfield.
So the only 2 goals in the 2 home games that have been given up again were shots over the head of our goalie. Like Eric mentioned, everything east to west or in front has been very well defended. But the last 2 goals scored against the Highlanders have been shots that have been right underneath the bar, really tall shots.
Thompson will put this one in. May see Lauren Lanier trying to crowd that one and keep it in possession for Gordon State, but no, it's going to flip to USC.
And again, our goalkeeper, I should say, Rebecca Tanner, out of Pike County High School in Zebulon, Georgia. One of 5 Pike County Pirates on this Highlander soccer team this season.
May see Lauren Lanier trying to get it perhaps to Ashlyn Jones, but the touch too strong, and it'll roll all the way out.
Just about midway through, a little over midway through the second half. Highlanders led 2-0 at halftime. Came out and scored 2 quick goals here in the second half. We were on top 4-0. And the Fire Ants just scored their first goal of the game from Bixler.
And it looks like we have Audrey Bixler's granddad watching. From Utah.
Wow, how cool is that? Tim is tuned in. Tim, glad to have you on the broadcast. Be very proud of that granddaughter. She hit an incredible shot. And again, her first collegiate goal. Boy, that's
at least by the stat book.
I wonder if you get the ball like you do home runs in soccer. Can you get that ball?
Well, that's what I thought they were doing, but I don't think that.
Okay.
Not in soccer. Maybe if they do enough convincing after the game.
I'd be asking for the ball. At least ask. Well, does it hurt? You know.
And Jones coming in really quick, but good job once again by Boatwright just closing her off, watching that one out. And it will be a kick here for Boatwright again. Really been just a player of the game
for
USC.
Yeah.
I mean, Bixler did put one in the net. Oh, that's a tough shove. Didn't mean to do it, but that is going to be a foul against Citlali Juarez. Yeah, just tried to lean forward on the head and too much momentum pushed her forward.
Was it Bishop she ran into again?
Looked
was it
like it.
Kara? Yeah, number 4.
Kara,
Of course, if anybody's going to take the brunt of a contact, it's going to be Kara.
She seemingly puts herself in danger all the time. Good job by Haley Harry to flag that one down before it bounces out. This one sits right around midfield on the bounce and going for it and trying to put a foot on that one. It's number 21 for Gordon, Carissa Thompson, who has, if I'm not mistaken, been in match all game. Hasn't left the pitch. Same with Cuviello and Chile. So that 3-man back in the defense for Gordon has been very strong. Fluellen's come in from time to time. Been a rotation spot.
And again, this is the only game being played today by teams in our conference, the GCAA. USC Sumter representing Region 10. This is their second game of the season. They'll be back in action on Wednesday, heading to Virginia for their third game of the year.
Over the head of Chile, but Cuviello able to get there and clear it well. Rough touch there by Ashlyn Jones, but thankfully Macy Lauren Lanier is right there for it. Boatwright is on this ball. Tressler racing as well as Jones, and a tough shove. Boatwright's going to come up clean through that one, though, as Jones hits the ground, but she pops up okay. It's going to be a throw in here for Gordon.
Eric, a lot like in their first game when they tied 1-1, USC Sumter scored its only goal of the game in the second half there, and so far 1 goal here in the second half here.
I believe there is a discussion between head official and Ashlyn Jones. Maybe Jones getting a warning for going a little bit too hard there for that ball running into Boatwright. Moore up against Tatiana McCoy. McCoy, good job to cut that route, trying to find her way through. Looking for Tressler. Tressler able to trap it well. Tressler back to Bishop. Bishop trying to get it through. Good job by the defense to stop it and clear it. Shut it down. It'll be a throw-in for the Highlanders.
And the next game coming up for USC Sumter, again, going to be in Virginia. They'll be taking on Richard Bland College. That game is coming up on Wednesday at 3 p.m. in Virginia. That'll be next up for the Fire Ants. Next up for the Highlanders, coming up Friday here at home. Going to be taking on Southern Crescent Technical College. The Tigers from Griffin, Georgia will be here Friday night, 7 p.m. is when that one is scheduled to begin in Barnesville. Got another viewer on the broadcast here with us today from Conray, Texas, cheering on the Fire Ants. Ashlyn Jones's aunt is watching from my favorite city in the entire United States of America.
What's that?
Concord, North Carolina.
Interesting.
The Concord-Kannapolis area is my go-to getaway.
Good look for Cuviello going against Becerra and able to get it loose.
I guess I know next time when I go up for the NASCAR races who I'm going to try to stay with, right? Miss
Well,
Luna?
you did bring up her first name. I don't know if they'll have it.
That's true, I did.
Jones able to collect it.
Maybe we can meet over at Concord Mills Mall and check out the food court. And fun area up there in the Concord, North Carolina area, right off of Bruton Smith Parkway. Went to Great Wolf Lodge up there back in May with my daughter, who, by the way, is here with us today. Glad to have her here. She is the one who actually got me into soccer, Eric. At 4 years old, I never watched soccer, never viewed soccer, didn't know anything about soccer. And 8 years ago, got introduced to it, been hooked ever since. And my daughter's here with us today. Soccer player for Rock Springs Christian Academy.
There you go. Macy Lauren Lanier, a little bit of a low line drive there, trying to find its way into the box. It does, but unfortunately it finds the boot. Number 12 for USC Sumter, that's Abigail Chavez Ramirez first. Good spin move by Juarez. Johnston, try to keep it away, and she will.
Tate Shiflett's tuned in from New York City.
Big Apple.
We've almost crossed off, a quarter of the
Good
states
bit.
across the U.S.?
Yeah.
I think we're almost up to double digits in the broadcast for today.
Utah, Texas, South, and North Carolina. I'm sure we got some from Georgia in today.
I would imagine probably 1 or 2.
Bishop looking on her breakaway, and it's just over the crossbar. Man, Kara Bishop has been hunting that first goal here at home all day long. She's gotten a couple assists, but just has been denied now thrice.
Just missed that one a few inches over the top of the goal. Try to strike with that left foot. And was just a little too tall with it. She's got a assist to her credit here today. That came on the Highlanders' last go. 2 assists, excuse me. Yes, thank you, Eric. Her last one was wonderful.
A floater just able to find the head of Ashlyn Jones, and Jones able to put the finishing touches on it. Over the head of Cuviello, and now she's back on it. Trying to bring it up to midfield. Cuviello, she's very aggressive, goes for a pseudo chip shot there, just trying to see if she can float it over the head of Harry, but it's going to roll out.
Ashlyn Jones's uncle's tuned in from Austin, Texas. Andrew is watching for us today. Just want to know, I guess that I'm becoming good friends with Miss Ina Lewis, who's up in Concord, North Carolina. Says Concord is amazing. Miss Ina, I want to know where's the go-to local spot to go eat next time I come up that way. I don't want a chain restaurant. I don't want anything like that. I want to know something that only the locals know next time I get up to Concord. Looking forward to it.
Llewellyn back in the defense. And now a race for Cuviello and Sheely all the way on this one, just snuffing out the attack from Bixler. It's been a fantastic attack, and what it is that it's always a 2-on-1 defense for the Highlanders, and it starts off with one of the wings going for it, whether that be Cuviello or Llewellyn, or on the far side with Thompson. Sheely always comes in to back it up. Sheely does a fantastic job. It's 4 in the back here for Gordon State right now, and Sheely might as well be playing each of those other positions.
Be careful here not to get an offsides call. That was really, really close.
That was close. Tressler trying to find McCoy. Tatiana moving deep, looking for a cross, sets up for a cross. It's in the air and a little bit off target, intended for Ashlyn Jones, and there is. You going to call that an offsides? And they called that something out. It wasn't an offsides call. I don't know.
McCoy was very close to being offsides, but she did a really good job turning back and bringing that ball back instead of trying to force it forward, because she was borderline from getting a whistle. But yeah, it looks like we will have a call against the Highlanders, and it will give the ball right back to the Fire Ants.
Boatwright puts it up. Bixler plays it, and now Bishop able to get it away off the tough touch. 2-on-1. McCoy, man, some friendly fire there as it's right off of Moore from the boot of Auckland. Bishop over to McCoy. Here we go to Tressler. A little bit too rough as it's deep in the corner. McCoy trying to play up against Auckland. Another cross here. It's up in the air, and it's well passed. Looked like it might have had a potential to dip past Harry, but a little bit too lateral to move.
Did that ball hit the top of the bar?
I don't.
If
it
close.
hit off the top of the bar, I feel like you stop play.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
It looked like it may have just barely nicked it. It was that close. Approaching 10 minutes left in the second half. Again, 2-0 halftime score today. Highlanders added 2 more in the second half. They were up 4-0 before the Fire Ants got one from Bixler.
Caricia Knight's going to come in. She'll tag out with Tatiana McCoy. So I got a player on the field when we started play. Hang on now. Officials?
See, Eric, I start talking food and everybody wants to talk. So now Erica Brown's talking about a place in Concord called the Smoke Pit. It's called the Smoke Pit. You know it's got to be good.
Unless that smoker's in the back is rusty, I don't want it.
Eric's a big brisket guy. I didn't realize that until last week.
I am. I'm a brisket snob.
Love some good brisket. Our cameraman, T. Carmichael, who's about 20 feet above us, all on an island by himself, is apparently a brisket fan, too. T's on the camera for us here today, and he is high atop with the sun beating down on him. So, T, thank you so much for being up there. Without T. Carmichael, we have no camera for all of you to tune in here today. So,
oh, no, I'm sending you up there.
No, sir.
There's
goal.
In the back of the net. That one again. Is that Fillingham? Or is that Macy Lauren Lanier?
That was Lauren Lanier.
That is Lauren Lanier's. That's her first goal of the day. So 5-1 now.
Well, she had been close in the first half, two or three times.
Yeah, she was. She had a couple of very good looks in this one, and now it's just from outside, inside, it's all around. It's something that we wanted to see from the Highlanders against GMC. They're now finishing these shots. They're finishing these attacks.
That is the 5th goal of the day, the 18th shot on goal, and the 3rd different Highlander to put one in the back of the net.
In the game now is Hope Talbot. I believe Jesse Jeffcoat also came into this one. Isabella Tressler wrestling through, and that foul is going to go against the Highlanders, so the ball will flip over to Sumter.
While we have a moment real quick, Eric, just one more time, want to give a big thank you to all of our sponsors who are helping us bring you live. Bank. And before I forget, and we get out of here today, just another big thank you to everybody who has tuned in on our live feed on our YouTube channel. It's been so great connecting and interacting with all of you. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for letting us know where you're watching from here today. We hope you're enjoying the broadcast, and it's been pretty fun for Eric and I to be out here. This is our 2nd soccer broadcast of the season, and hopefully we get to come back and do many, many more, but especially for all the folks from USC Sumter who are tuned in, we thank you for joining us. And, of course, our Highlander fans, just wanted to extend a big tip of the cap for joining us here on this Saturday afternoon in Barnesville, Georgia.
Lanier sends this one well far, and it'll be a throw-in opportunity. Looks like Olivia Park's getting ready to come back into this one, and so is Tatiana McCoy. You know, we saw last game that Park ran a lot of the aggressive offense, but here we have seen what I called for at the end of last broadcast, where you need different players to play the same role. We've seen a lot more aggressiveness pushed up front in Park's absence.
Seen a lot today from Kara Bishop.
Kara Bishop has
Lauren
been a
Lanier.
fantastic facilitator.
Her and Lanier today, number 3 and number 4 for the Highlanders, have really been able to set up a lot of this offense here this afternoon. Kara's got a couple of assists in today's game. Almost had a goal.
3 times.
Yep. Lauren Lanier just connected on her first goal of the game. So, yeah, number 3 and number 4 today playing very well to lead the Highlanders offense as just a little over 7 minutes left in the second half.
That one able to get past Moore as well as Becerra. On that one is Knight and Tressler. And Tressler booms this one to the opposite side of the pitch. Jones trying to race to it to keep it from rolling out, and she will. Jones back towards the middle. Tressler takes a tough shot there. No call from the referee. Auckland involved in that one. And now Caricia Knight's on a breakaway. She finds us all alone. A fantastic job by Kamaija Moore to crash in on that one, send that ball loose. It is going to lead to a corner, but it would have been a goal, or at least it would have been a one-on-one between Caricia Knight as well as Haley.
Yeah, Moore did a wonderful job getting in there and breaking that up. Or again, that's going to be a wide open shot right in front of the goal. So a wonderful job there by Kamaya Moore, number 17, to break that one up.
Olivia Park and Tatiana McCoy are going to come in, replacing Macy Lauren Lanier and Ashlyn Jones, respectively. Looks like Tressler's going to take it from the corner here for the Highlanders. Setting up for this one, Sheely watched it, but it went well over her head, and now this one's swept away by the USC Sumter defense. Tatiana McCoy up the line, going to her back line, trying to get it back up there, feed it well. Kara Bishop plays it off a shoulder, but unable to keep it in front of her as it's past her. And it'll be a throw in here for Gordon.
Again, Highlanders next match coming up Friday, 7 p.m. right back here in Barnesville.
That'll be a nightcap one.
Yeah, scheduled to take on their, would you call it rivals? No, not really? Okay. I was just thinking maybe geographically, but Eric gave me a big shake of the head. No. Sorry, Eric. I didn't mean to upset you, man.
Well, in the past,
got to be taking on the Southern Crescent Tigers from Griffin, who without a doubt is the closest competition here to Gordon State, just about, 14 miles or so up Highway 41 in Griffin?
That's right. Llewellyn trying to stick with it. Good spin move there.
Well, Eric, if it's not Southern Crescent who's the big rival, who in your opinion, with Gordon State, who's the big rival
GMC.
for the Highlanders? Okay.
Without a doubt.
In every sport?
Well, in the women's sports. Big takedown. Auckland again at the middle of it. We'll see if Auckland is going to get carded here. She's been in trouble multiple times today. And, yeah, the head official is going to pull her over and talk to her. And, yeah, he's saying, you got to stop.
I don't think they're talking about the smoke pit in Concord, North Carolina, like a lot of folks in our chat are right now. So.
Yeah, Auckland's done. She's going to get subbed out here. Bixler's going to come back in. Auckland has been very aggressive today, and she's getting taken out of the game here, possibly for the foreseeable. But no, GMC for the softball and the soccer, absolutely.
Okay.
Baseball, Georgia Highlands College.
Yep.
Basketball, Central Georgia Tech.
There you go.
Zipporah sends this one in the air. It's a good arc to it, but right into the hands of Haley Harry.
I know for a fact that's softball with GMC and Gordon
it's serious.
State. Wow.
Let me tell you, it's serious.
I have seen.
Ooh, tough shot here.
Yep.
On the ground, we got fire ant on the ground. Don't have a.
There's a yellow card coming out.
That's a yellow
too.
art
Yep.
as Zipporah. They just gave it to Chile, and Chile's wondering why she just got yellow carded.
That looks like Bixler, number 9, who's down, Eric, if I saw that number right.
And that is an interesting yellow card to Chile, who's been out of trouble all day in Auckland. Just had to be removed from the game without courtesy of a yellow. So that's very interesting call from the official. But Bixler sitting back up. I think she might have just gotten the wind knocked out of her. And it might be something, yeah, Bixler's back on her feet, thankfully. And it might just be something to where, looking at the score right now, the official's just saying, what are we doing? We're not running into each other anymore. Can we let's hold the horses here.
Yeah, just a little over 3 minutes left here in the second half. Again, a yellow card was issued to the Highlanders. Bixler
Don't agree with that.
is walking off the field.
Yeah, Bixler might be done for the day.
Again, she is the lone fire ant to score today.
On an incredible set piece.
Yep, absolutely. Right in the top of the goal. And again, the clock will start back. A little over 3 minutes left in the second half.
This one a strong boot, but a laser right one hop in front of Rebecca Tanner.
And I tell you, that shot there for the Fire Ants by number 22, Tia Boatwright. Eric, she barely moved her foot back. I would hate to see what she could do if she reared into one.
You can tell she's got some firepower.
Wow.
She has cleared the ball. She has been, I believe she's been the set piece kicker for every set piece that they've had apart from the Bixler goal.
She just sent that ball from just about the midfield stripe all the way down to Tanner. And, I mean, barely even kicked it. Barely any effort at all, and it was a low laser line drive kind of kick.
This one's going to roll back. Tanner's going to get another opportunity to grab this one up. Tanner this half hasn't had much going on, apart from the one goal. That was her one piece of action over on the Highlanders side of the pitch. Chile sends this one up in the air. Excellent header by Boatwright to slam this one back in the ground. It will lead to a Highlander ball, though.
Well, it looks like unless something just crazy happens here, the Highlanders should pick up their second victory of the season. And again, going to have a little bit of time off before they get back to action, which is scheduled to come up Friday night right here at home at 7 p.m.
Carissa Thompson back into this game. Jesse Jeffcoat coming out. Tatiana McCoy on the far side spins and gets this one to Tressler. Isabella Tressler looking for a through ball. Now blitzing forward is Carissa Thompson. Thompson up against Boatwright. Boatwright to McCoy. McCoy moving her way through. Tough tackle there. And coming up clean is the defender there. That was Isabella Arbite on that one. This one hit high, and that's just going to fall right into the hands of Harry.
That was a tough fall there for Thompson. She was a little slow to get up on that one. There you go,
Chad,
Eric.
that's coming to you.
One to us. Don't touch it with your hands, though. And I believe
that is full time.
Yep, that's going to do it.
So full time score 5-1. The Highlanders come up big, a huge second half. goals by 3 different Highlanders, 2 assists for Kara Bishop, 2 goals for Georgia Fillingham. That second goal by her being the deciding factor in this game.
5-1 our final. Eric and I will take a quick timeout. We'll come back and wrap up the broadcast and set the scene for the Highlanders' next game. That's coming up in 60 seconds, right after this timeout from Gordon State College.
Campus life at Gordon State College is all about moving forward together. With a vibrant student community and hundreds of organized activities, there's no limit to how much you can get involved. At our Student Activity and Recreation Center, meet up with friends to play video games, start a workout regimen, and even host a movie night. Join an intercollegiate or club sports program like baseball, basketball, volleyball, or golf. Break a sweat with your favorite intramural sport, fitness squad, or one-on-one match. Or grab a group of friends and cheer on your Highlanders from the stands. Beyond academics, Highlander Nation is a place to connect with one another and build lifelong friendships. Get involved with a student organization or a club that aligns with your passions. Students can connect with our community through theater productions, service projects, or speaker series. Whether you live on campus or off, students can enjoy it all. Learn more about getting involved in Gordon State College campus life. Visit the Student Life Office today.
Welcome back, everybody. Gordon State Highlander soccer squad just finishing up the cool-down process. And, hey, welcome back into the booth, everybody. Eric Evanson here with Chad Felton. Hey, there's T. Out down from the scaffolding, who was on camera for us this
I know he was hot today, so but T. Carmichael, our cameraman, a great job. So everybody who was tuned into the broadcast, this is the man right here who brought you the videos. So Eric, I got to tell you, our last broadcast, I tried to tape an umbrella to T with some duct tape. I had a big, tall, beach-looking umbrella, and I put the post right here on his back, and I tried to duct tape it around him so he'd keep some sun, and didn't quite work too well.
Looked like something out of a Dr. Seuss book.
Well, you know, we have rigged some stuff up in the past, but big thank you to T here today for running the camera for us. And, man, how about a 5-1 victory for the Highlanders to improve to 2-1 on the season?
Absolutely, and that's exactly what you wanted to see. And Georgia Fillingham,
Yep.
those both goals, those were the deciding factors. But I would love to highlight the next 3 that were fantastic. It was a good job by the ladies to finish on the other side of the pitch and actually put together some good crosses. Saw some excellent assists from Kara Bishop,
Yes.
including that floating pass over to Ashlyn Jones. And overall, it's just something you love to everything feels good when the offense runs well. And I'm not talking about scoring 5 goals. I'm just talking about actually looking good and having a plan on the other side of the pitch.
I really like what I saw today from Macy Lauren Lanier and Kara Bishop leading the offense, both former Lamar County Trojans from just across town. So I like what I saw with them today, setting up the offense. And again, today for Gordon State, Eric, 18 shots on goal, only 3 for the Fire Ants here today. And again, their 1 goal coming in the second half today as Bixler snuck one in. Other than that, 5 goals for the Highlanders from 3 different players. That's what you like to see. Spread it around.
You absolutely do, and it is just very much spreading the love around. So just glad to see that from the Lady Highlanders, and can't wait to see them back out when we get a chance to get back out here.
Absolutely. We know the Highlanders will be back here Friday night, 7 p.m. They are scheduled to take on the Southern Crescent Tigers from just up the road in Griffin right here coming up on Friday night. All right, man, we have had enough football for today. What do you say we go catch us some American football and kick back and
College football Saturday.
Watch some good stuff today. Eric and I don't know what's going on. We have DVR'd and pre-recorded everything today, so we're looking forward to get back. But again, thank you all for tuning in for the broadcast here today. We hope you enjoyed what you saw. And again, from everybody who dropped comments, letting us know where you were watching from today, we can't thank you enough for being a part of our broadcast here. Thank you to our athletic director, Dr. Tanya Moore. Thank you to the president of Gordon State College, Dr. Donald Green. And for everybody who supports our broadcast, we thank all of you. And again, a great day today as the Highlanders win it 5-1. For Eric Edmondson, T. Carmichael on our camera today, I'm Chad Feltman with K13 Media. Thank you all for being